Ever wondered how prepositions work in the English language? Let's dive right into it. Prepositions, my friends, are the unsung heroes of the English language. They are words that establish connections and relationships between nouns, pronouns, and other words in a sentence. Imagine them as bridges, linking different parts of a sentence together, making our expressions more accurate and meaningful. They are versatile little words that can indicate location, time, direction, or relationships between things. Picture this. When you say, "The book is on the table," the preposition on is telling you where the book is. Or when you mention, "She will meet you at 3 o'clock," the preposition at is specifying when the meeting will happen. Prepositions are like the secret spices that add flavor and coherence to our sentences. With so many uses, it's no wonder prepositions are an essential part of English grammar. First off, prepositions can show where something is located. Let's delve into this with an example. Picture this. We have a book and a table, and we want to express the book's position in relation to the table. We'd say, "The book is on the table." Here, the word on is our preposition. It's the bridge linking the book and the table, painting a vivid picture of where the book is precisely. Prepositions like on are what we call location prepositions. They allow us to express spatial relationships, giving us the ability to pinpoint objects in our world. Other examples of location prepositions include in, at, under, and over, each offering a different perspective of space. Remember, the magic of prepositions lies in their power to establish relationships between objects, places, or even ideas. So, location prepositions help us understand where things are in relation to each other. Prepositions also help us express time. Now let's dive into the world of time prepositions. Picture this scenario. Someone says to you, "She will meet you at 3 o'clock. Here, the preposition at is used to specify the exact time of the meeting. It's as if at is a pinpoint on the timeline of your day, telling you precisely when something is going to happen. And time prepositions aren't just for clock times. You can use in to talk about longer periods, like months or years. Think in December or in 2024. Or use on for specific days and dates, like on Tuesday or on the 12th of December. So whether you're planning a meeting at a specific time, looking forward to a holiday in a particular month, or scheduling an event on a certain day, time prepositions can be very handy when scheduling your day. But that's not all. Prepositions can also indicate direction and describe relationships. Let's dive straight into how prepositions can show direction. Picture this. They walk toward the beach. Here, toward is the preposition that's pointing us in the direction of the action. It tells us where they were headed, to the beach. Other prepositions that express direction include to, into, onto, from, and out of, among others. So, if you're ever lost in a sentence, look for the preposition. It's your compass, pointing you to where the action is headed. On the flip side, prepositions don't just tell us where or when, they also help us understand relationships. Remember, they're like the glue that holds sentences together. For instance, take the sentence, "She is interested in art." Here, the preposition in creates a relationship between she and art. It tells us that her interest lies within the realm of art. Isn't it fascinating how one little word can establish such a crucial connection? Other prepositions that describe relationships include of, with, about, over, and under, to name a few. They might seem small and insignificant, but these prepositions are the key to unlocking the relationships within a sentence. They help us understand how the different parts of a sentence are related to each other. So whether you're talking about someone moving toward a place, a galactic battle between two alien races, or a deep discussion about philosophy, prepositions give us the direction and the relationship we need to understand the context. They are like signposts in the landscape of language, guiding us through the terrain. And what's really cool is that the more you use prepositions, the more you'll start to see these relationships and directions naturally. It's like learning to read a map. At first it might seem a bit confusing, but with time and practice, you'll start to navigate the language with ease. Whether you're navigating the world or understanding connections between things, prepositions are your guide. Let's dive deeper into the world of prepositions. Now that we've explored the basics, we can delve into the more complex aspects of this essential part of English grammar. First off, let's talk about prepositional phrases. These are groups of words that start with a preposition and end with a noun or a pronoun, which is known as the object of the preposition. For instance, in the sentence, "The cat is under the table," under the table is a prepositional phrase. Here, under is the preposition and table is the object. This phrase tells us where the cat is. Next up, idiomatic expressions. These are phrases where prepositions don't work in the literal sense, but are understood as part of an accepted phrase or saying. An example of this is "he's on the phone." Now, we all know that he's not physically on top of the phone, rather he's using it to make a call. These expressions can be tricky, but they're a fun and integral part of English language. Now, let's discuss the importance of context in using prepositions correctly. The preposition you choose can change the meaning of a sentence, so it's crucial to select the right one. For instance, there's a big difference between "in the oven" and "on the oven." One suggests that something is being baked, while the other suggests it's probably just sitting there, getting warm. The correct usage of prepositions often depends on the specific verb, noun, or adjective they are associated with. For example, we say "depend on," "believe in," and "think of." These combinations are known as prepositional collocations, and they can seem random at times, but they are fixed and must be learned as they are. Lastly, understanding how prepositions work is all about recognizing their relationship with other words in a sentence. This might seem overwhelming at first, but with practice, exposure to different sentence structures, and reading various texts, you'll start to grasp their usage and nuances. With practice, you'll be using prepositions like a pro in no time. So, there you have it. We've navigated through the world of prepositions, exploring their use in indicating location, expressing time, and signaling direction. We've also delved into how they describe relationships, form part of prepositional phrases, and even pop up in idiomatic expressions. Crucially, we highlighted that their correct usage often depends on context and their association with specific verbs, nouns, or adjectives. Remember, prepositions are all about relationships. Keep exploring English and you'll discover even more about this fascinating language.